Would you like to see 3 different looks created using one palette? Well, stay tuned because today I'm going to use the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm going to create these 3 looks. By the way, if you're finding my videos useful, please don't forget to hit that like button and also consider subscribing so you don't miss out on my future content. Hey guys, this is Sneha here from Beauty Lashes 19 and today I am bringing you 3 looks using one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, which is this Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This video is also in collaboration with 2 of my makeup lover friends. We have Shakira from Shakira Ali, who's using the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette to create 3 different looks, and we have Maisha from Maisha Moo, and she's creating 3 different looks again using the Morphe 35R palette. So please be sure to check out their channels. I'll link everything in the description box below. So in total, if you have these palettes, you can see 9 different looks essentially. Also, it's very interesting because we all have different features and different styles of makeup. So yeah, go ahead and check them out as well. So in my 3 looks, I wanted to create different methods of application of the eyeshadow. So in this look number 1, I'm going from light in the inner corner of my eye to a deeper outer V, yet I wanted to keep this look quite wearable and soft. So I'm using the lighter shades from this palette and also more the lavender and pinky and mauve tones from this palette. So I've already done my base and all of that. I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Yogurt as a base. And then I'm going to take this light shimmery pinky shade called Vermeer from this palette. I'm going to pack this on the first half of my eyelid. I'm then taking this mauve lavender shade called Buon Fresco, I guess, and I'm going to pack that on the second half of my eyelid. Then I'm going in with the shade Antique Bronze and using that on the outer V of my eye. I'm also taking Antique Bronze into my crease and I'm blending it out towards the brow bone. Now to make the crease more pinky mauve in tone, I'm going to go back in with that Buon Fresco, the mauve lavender shade, and blend it into the crease. And then finally I'm just taking a small amount of Love Letter, which is this pink from this palette. And I'm going to apply that also into my crease to make it more pinky. On my brow bone, I'm using the shade Tempera. And since this was too bright, I also went again with Buon Fresco over it and then also used a blending brush to buff everything into one continuous look, I guess. On my bottom lash line, I'm going to take Antique Bronze and a little bit of Love Letter and just blending it there. And finally for my inner corner, I'm again taking Vermeer, the first shade we used, and applying it near the tear duct area. I'm then using a nude pencil in my waterline, and all the products used will be listed in the description box below. And then finally I'm just using mascara on my top and bottom lashes. And on my cheeks I'm going to take this nice pink subtle blush. And for my lips, I'm going to use the MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar, which is a nice wearable pink shade. And here's the final look 1. I really hope you like this. I'm going to work on my crease area. So first I'm going in with Burnt Orange, and that is going to be a transition shade. I'm then taking this beautiful orange shade from this palette called Real Girl, and going in with a smaller crease brush but still dense enough and big enough to go over a large area. So I really want a gradient in the crease. Next I'm taking a really small brush. This is the Wayne Goss brush number 19, and I'm going to use the shade Red Ochre and then further defining the crease with it. And after each step or each shade, I'm going back in with a blending brush to make sure there are no harsh edges. For the lid, I'm creating a halo look, so I'm going to take Cypress Umber on my inner and outer corner of the eye. And then make sure to blend it into the crease area and also connect the shades on the top portion or towards the crease of the eye, as you can see here. Once that's blended in, I'm going to take the gold from the palette called Primavera I'm going to pack this in the middle of the eyelid, creating that halo or spotlight effect. I'm then going to repeat the halo effect on the bottom eyelid. So I'm going to take the brown shade, the Cypress Umber, on the inner and outer corner of my bottom lid, and then applying the gold shade in the middle of the eye. I also took some of the orange shade, the Realgar shade, just to blend on the outer edges of the lower lash line. And then for this look, I took a black kohl pencil and went over my top and bottom waterline, and then finished it off with some mascara. I didn't want to use false lashes for this look just because I wanted the halo effect to be seen, and I really like how this look turned out. For the cheeks, I added some more of this nude looking tan shade of blush. But on my cheeks, when I put it on, it looked more pinky red. And then finally for my lips, I wanted a nude option since the eyes and cheeks are so bright. So I went in with this lip palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I used the shade number 8, which is a beautiful nude for me. It's a brownie nude. And then I went over the edges with a brown lip liner and then blended it into the lipstick. So this look, I paired a halo eye using more of the brown, the gold, the orangey shades, and pairing it with a brownie nude lip. In this particular look, I again wanted a gradient look, but this time I wanted it vertical, so I wanted the most intensity around the lashes and then slowly the shades fading away from the eye, if that makes sense. Going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Black Bean. So it's just like a black base, so use a black base or a kajal if you don't have anything, or a black kohl. Any of those black eyeliners that blend really well will work for this. So I'm just going to pack that black jumbo pencil on the eyelid and blending it out towards the crease. But ideally I don't want to take it too high into the crease. Then just layering it up and blending it in to get the desired depth of black. And then also intensifying the lash line by going back in again with the jumbo eye pencil to intensify the darkness around the eyes. The star of this look is the shade Love Letter. You can also switch it up with Venetian Red. Both are very similar in shade, but since this shade looks similar to the top that I was wearing that day, I decided to go with Love Letter. So I'm going to pack the shade all over that black base that we have and also slightly bring it into the crease. So take your time in intensifying and building the shade on the lid. Next, I'm taking a blending brush and blending away any of the harsh edges in the crease. Then to further help the shade blend into the socket, I'm going in with the shade Raw Sienna. It's this tan kind of a shade, orangey tan shade, so I'm just going to use that in the crease, blending the Love Letter shade out. And then again going back and forth between Raw Sienna and Love Letter to really blend into the crease. And then once I have the crease blended out, I'm again going back and intensifying the Love Letter shade on the lid. Next, I'm lining my bottom lash line with that same black pencil and smudging it out. Then I'm going over it with that pink shade, the Love Letter shade, and packing it all over the lower lash line as well. And then to buff that towards the skin tone, I'm going to go in with the shade Raw Sienna and really blend it on the outer edges of the Love Letter shade, connecting it at the outer corner of the eye. Next, I'm lining my waterline with the black kohl pencil, and then I went in with mascara on my top and bottom lashes. And again, with this look, I am personally skipping false lashes, but you could totally wear this or any of the other looks with false lashes. Then finally, for my brow bone highlighter, I mixed in some of the Tempera shade, but since that's too light, I went in with the Golden Ochre shade over it. And again, just using a clean brush to buff away any of the harsh edges of the eye look. For my lips, I went in with the Smashbox Always On Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Girl Gang, which is one of my absolute favorites. And then to darken up the lip a bit so it matches the eyes to create a more monochromatic look, I went in with some black lipstick And this black lipstick is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. So I just took a very small amount and took off most of it on the back of my hand and went over the edges of the lips. So that created this nice depth to the outer corners of the lips, I guess. And yeah, that's the lip completed. For the cheeks, I'm going to mix these two MAC blushes, Fleur Power, and then I mixed in the deeper pinky purple shade, which is called Rhubarb. And that's it, guys. That's the finished third look. I'm glad I did this video. It really challenged me to create 3 different looks, and I'm happy with each of the looks that I've created. Again, let me know in the comment section below which of these 3 looks was your favorite. Look number 1, look number 2, or look number 3. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.